Ever felt like the eyes cannot keep up with you when you turn too fast, you feel a blur or you feel dizzy, or you have a hard time focus? So I'm Patrick Figueiredo, a doctor of physical therapy, and we know that the eyes are just more than just vision. It is a key component into your balance system, okay? And that's why we use tools like the Brock string in order to retrain that vision and vestibular system. So it's like your GPS is out of sync when your brain cannot communicate very well with your eyes. So we use this simple yet powerful tool in order to help you retrain and start feeling a little bit better. So this Brock string is here. It has some colorful beads so you can focus on them during the exercises to allow you to improve your focus and improve the ability for your eyes to work together, because we need to focus on each specific beat at a time, okay? So I like this tool a lot because it allows us to train the depth perception, right? Usually if you just focus on your thumb or you put a sticky note on the wall, you're only training that specific distance, right? It's like when you're going to the gym, we need to train different ranges of motion, different exercises. So same thing for your eyes. Eyes are full of different muscles in there that we need to train in order to improve the overall performance of them. So this tool is very, very powerful and very useful. So let's show you how it's done. So this is a 10-foot one. I really highly recommend. So the first bead, so these you're gonna be holding close to your nose. So that first bead is about a foot apart from your nose to the first bead, and then all the other ones can be about 2 feet right apart from each other. So all the other beads are about the same distances in there, okay? So at the end, there is a little bit of a hook in there, so you can place it on doorknobs easily, any places that you can get a grasp around it. So I'm gonna use the doorknob in here. So we're gonna be holding in there. I highly recommend to start sitting down, especially if you're feeling dizziness, especially if you're feeling, increased risk for falls, for safety, right? So make sure you have a chair, make sure you have somewhere supported so you do not have any risk for falls in there for you. So you place it in there and you're gonna be sitting with that holding right in front of you, right here on your nose. And I would say first exercise, one of the exercises that we're doing in here, I would like for you to start from the closest bead to you, okay? So as you're focusing on it, you should see an X. So the bead itself is gonna be the center point of the X. So that means that if you can see an X, your eyes are working well and they're working together. So if you see a blur or so, you may need to start practicing a little bit more consistently, okay? So once you find that X on that first bead, one of the ways you can continue to train is gonna be nodding your head like you're saying no, okay? So I have that point fixed, I have the X formed in here, and then I'm gonna be slowly maintaining that focus as I turn right and left, okay? So I would recommend start slow. If you start slow and if you start having symptoms or you lose focus, right, go a little bit slower. In clinic, we usually use a metronome in order to pace yourself. And the most common mistakes is people just trying to go too fast and provoking those symptoms of dizziness, right? You should not feel too dizzy during the exercise. So making sure that you are coordinating your movements, maintaining the focus, and continuing to see the X as you're doing back and forth. As you start getting very good at it, you may increase your speed and keep the focus. Once you do very well on this, you're gonna try to focus on the next beat over, right? In this case, is the green one. So we're gonna focus in there. I can see the X and then I will be going, nodding, turning my head side to side, maintaining that focus. And then once you start getting better and better, you can start going further and further. So throughout the day, I would repeat up and then back down, so you have the coordination on different depth perceptions and allow you to improve that brain-eye coordination, and especially making sure that your eyes are working together in order to get the best benefit from the training, okay? So I highly recommend this Brock string if you're feeling dizzy, if you feel hard, have time or focusing, to improve those eye-brain coordination, improve those muscles, and making sure that those eyes are working together and able to focus on different depths, okay? So the link is gonna be provided, it's underneath, so click it in there and making sure that you have access to this and start feeling better. Make a comment if you have any questions, be happy to answer you and see how your training is going, and we'll see you on the next video.